We got breaking news. Love to see it at 7 o'clock at night. Shout out to Dak and the Cowboys. They're making a deal at 7 at night to where my co-host couldn't be here. Of course, he went home, and then the news broke. But you know what? I got to deliver the news. This is breaking news. Dak Prescott for the Dallas Cowboys has agreed to a 4-year, $164 million deal. Now, here's the big part. If that wasn't big enough, Dak Prescott is guaranteed $126 million. Now, sorry for looking at my phone, but guess what? Not knowing at the top of the dome, but this just happened minutes ago. Absolutely nuts. This guy, especially Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones and Dak Prescott have been fighting. This has been going on for years. They won in 5 years. Then won in 4 years, reportedly. Then they franchise tagged him, and they franchise tagged him again because they couldn't make up a deal. They couldn't come to an agreement. But finally today at 7 o'clock, March 8th, 2001, Dak Prescott becomes filthy rich, basically. Let me just see. Something just popped up here. Oh, great. The deal is including a $66 million to sign and $75 million in year one. $75 million in year one, the most in NFL history. Absolutely nuts. Now, here's the big question you're going to see on news headlines, and you're going to see on ESPN, and you're going to see everywhere sports related. Is Dak worth it? Is Dak Prescott worth the money he has fought for, worth the money he has now been given? That is the big question. My answer, no. No. This is MVP worthy money. This is Super Bowl winning quarterback money. Dak is not any of those. He has not been close to a Super Bowl, and he has not been close to an MVP. Yeah, he had a good season, throws for 4,000 yards. What do we want? Do we want a franchise quarterback? Because he is putting up franchise. Do we want a Super Bowl winning quarterback? That's the main thing. Because everyone can have him. He is a franchise quarterback. He's a quarterback that can run your franchise for a couple of years, hopefully get good and not. And here's another thing I've not heard. I've been listening to ESPN for about 10 minutes now and an NFL Network. They have not been mentioning the fact that he broke his ankle last year. That is hard. That is a big injury. Gruesome injury. And thank God he's recovered because, we don't wish any bad on people. But is he going to be injury prone now with his ankle? And, that's a whole big thing. And now you can't call him injury prone because this is his first big injury. But, look at Jimmy G. Tore his ACL. And then he was out with the ankle. Shit like that. We haven't looked at, are you giving this much money to a guy that has the possibility of, injuring himself, or the possibility of just being average? Because I know as a fan for a team who has been average besides 1 year in 2017, and basically average isn't good enough. You don't want an average quarterback. You want an MVP caliber quarterback. Now, can Dak bring you there with the weapons they have? CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, all that shit. Maybe. And the way they restructured the deal was kind of smart, kind of dumb, because apparently, let me see if I'm correct, there's no trade clause and no tag clause, and they are going to tag him on Tuesday, which means they can't tag him again, which hence the no tag, but the no trade, so they can't trade out of it. He is stuck there. He is fucking stuck there for 4 years. Now, is that what he wanted? Maybe. I don't know. This is a whole big thing, but the big deal here is he worth it? Now, if Dak comes out and shuts all of us up, kudos to you, but to me, this just might be the Cowboys being the Cowboys, and I'm not a Cowboys hater. Actually, I am. I don't like the Cowboys. But I'm talking players here. We're talking players and how they're doing. You can't lie about that because their stats. There's statistics. There's all that. He couldn't get the Cowboys to the playoffs when the Eagles had no wide receivers. He beat the Eagles. It's like shit like that. It's typical Dallas football bullshit. Yes, he got injured last year, and this was probably the year they were going to do good. But it seems like every year they're supposed to do good. And I'm not one who's hating on Dak, even though I fucking hate him. I hate his guts when he plays the Eagles. This is just, I don't think. Now, prove it deal. You know, they were talking. Now, this is the other side. Now, you know, they were talking about a prove it deal. That's what he needs. That's what the tag has been. He needs to prove himself. I think he's proved himself in being a franchise quarterback. But this is just too much money. Now, maybe they are down in Dallas making that much money, but to be paid and guaranteed this much, $126 million, $75 million in 1 year, and $66 to sign a fucking paper. Fucking nuts. Absolutely bonkers. But you have to at least have a Super Bowl. I mean, if Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady isn't even getting this fucking much. The guy's been to 7 Super Bowls. Now, like I said, I am not like a Dallas hater. I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck Dallas. This is about the player, not the team. But I just don't think Dak is worth this much. Now, yes, get him to a 4-year, maybe something. It could be $104 million. It could be like $164. Holy shit. But yeah, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all watching. If you disagree with me, comment down below if you liked it. We're going to be covering this all week when Justin Trent comes back. Of course, the fucking NFL gyps him again. But shout out to y'all.